Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushua, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushua. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well while learning truth 100% according to the Bible. Also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, service scattered abroad the four corners of the earth, and shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you sisters that also say your children, shalom. And in today's video is just going to be something the Lord had on my spirit. You see, and it's, basically titled off being thankful for this truth. You see, for us hopeful like brothers and sisters out there, we should ultimately be very thankful for this truth and understanding these scriptures and the knowledge that the Lord have given us, you see, to ultimately to know the time and seasons that we're in, being able to measure the times diligently, knowing that we're coming to the end of this world as these people know it. You see, we got all of this understanding through the scriptures, man, and the Lord have blessed us with this knowledge, which is very beautiful because when you ultimately look at the overall point of it, the Lord doesn't reveal his secrets to just anybody, you see. So I'm actually go to a precept just on that, right? Bear with me, because we know that for the majority of our people, you see the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, these heathens, these people have no idea ultimately what time of season that we're living in. They have no idea what's to come. You see, they don't know that ultimately immediate danger is upon them. You see, but we know these things through the knowledge and wisdom that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua has ultimately allowed us to get through these precepts, man, through understanding the scriptures, right? So I'm actually started at St. Matthew chapter 13, right? And I'm going to start at verse 10, right? But the point is really at verse 16, but I'm going to read from verse 10 on down. It said, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? This was Lord Yahushua basically speaking to our people back then, the 2/3 of them when he was on the earth, you see, because ultimately he knew that they couldn't understand the things in which it is he was ultimately given unto them, you see. But it says, verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. And that's ultimately why the Lord have given us this understanding, brothers and sisters. You see, we ultimately don't know if we're chosen, of course, but we pray and hope we are, because it's only two reasons why the Lord have ultimately allowed us to understand these scriptures and understand these prophecies. Either one, we got it to our destruction, or we got it because ultimately we're going to be delivered. And it's a beautiful thing that we've ultimately been given this knowledge, you see. So it says, because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdoms of heaven, but to them it is not given, you see, because like I said, 2/3 of our people have been cut off from receiving this understanding, right? That's why when all of these hazardous times that are soon to approach, it's going to take a lot of these people off guard, man, you see, because ultimately they have no idea what time of season we're in. You see, everything is just normal to these people. Everything is just, the same, you see. In these people's minds, this place is going to run forever. But we know that this place is ultimately coming to its end, man, you see. And it says, I'm going to finish reading it. Verse 12, for whosoever have, he shall be given him, right? And he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not from him shall be taken away, even that he have, right? And this is verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand you, right? Because it's a lot of our people, ultimately, they see us teaching out there on the highways and hedges. They see these scriptures coming out, but they can see it with their physical eyes, but they can't interpret it in their minds. Their spirit can't perceive in what it is that we're ultimately, speaking unto them. You see, that's why they walk past. That's why they ignore it. You see, and things like that. That's because it's not given unto them, you see. But it says, I'm going to read it again, verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand, right? Because we know that as the scriptures say, I'm going to grab Romans chapter 11, right? And I'm going to read verse 7. It says, what then Israel, which is a people before is a place, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which makes up the biblical Hebrew Israelites, you see. It said, not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You see, and that's the important part right there, because ultimately us being able to receive this understanding, it could possibly mean that we might be a part of the Lord's elect, which means we could possibly receive salvation, being delivered from all of the said perils and the things that are to come in the very future. You see, coming very soon, I should say. Right. So it's very important that the Lord have ultimately revealed these things unto us, man. But like I said, the 2/3 of our people, they're absolutely cooked, man. You see, they don't have this understanding. That's why they're just walking around hopeless, living inside of their minds, stressing about things of this world, about how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to eat. You see, just carnal stuff, man. Stuff that really don't matter. right? And that's because this place, America, is all these people know. At the end of the day, they don't know what's to come after this, man, right? This is the be all for these people, right? They think this place is going to run forever, right? So this is verse 8, and it says, according as it is written, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have given them the spirit of slumber, right? This is upon the good majority of our people. And guess what? We're not exempt from this thing. We could have been part of the 2/3 clique, not knowing his understanding. You see, being in the world, still indulging in all of the wickedness that we were once a part of. You see, but the Lord had mercy upon us to be able to enlighten us, to open our eyes, and to bring us into this blessed truth, man, to be giving us the understanding to know what we're involved in, man. You see? But it says eyes that they should not see and ears that they should not hear unto this day, right? So ultimately, our people is not going to hear it even unto this day, because it's not ultimately given unto them. So that's just the beauty in itself of how important it truly is to have this knowledge, man, and to be thankful for it, praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, ultimately for giving us this understanding, because ultimately we know the Lord didn't have to give it to us, man. But you see, he called us to know these things, man. You see, which is a blessing in itself, especially when you understand that everything is predestined, But I'm going to grab this precept as well, right? I'm going to get back in Matthew chapter 13, and I'm going to read verse 14, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, right, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall not see and shall not perceive, right? Verse 15, for this people's hearts, meaning their minds, is waxed gross, man. People are just absolutely through. And their ears are dull of hearing, you see, because in their mind, the only thing they're caught up with and trying to entertain are the things of this world, man. You see, anything that ultimately pleases their flesh, that's what they want to perceive and to give all of their time and energy to. They're not focusing on spiritual things, the majority of our people, you see. And it says, and their eyes they have closed, right? So ultimately our people love remaining in the congregation of the dead, you see, as it tells you in the book of Proverbs. I'm actually grabbed that, right? Proverbs 21:16, you see. Because like I said before, it isn't that this knowledge is hid from our people. Because like I said, you got the men of the Lord that are teaching his word, you see. But our people, like it said, as I just read, their ears are dull of hearing, man. They don't want to hear these things, right? Because they want to remain in the state of being spiritually dead, man. As it tells you right here, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And that's these people here in this earth that we're walking past every day, our people. You see, they're in the congregation of the dead spiritually. These heathens, they cannot get this understanding because it's not for them. So we're just walking around a bunch of zombies, man. You see, and it's a blessing, as I said earlier, that the Lord have ultimately given us this knowledge out of everybody who he ultimately could have bestowed these mysteries upon. You see, he had that favor and mercy upon us, which is very beautiful in itself. And I'm going to actually go to a precept that I got. This is St. James chapter 1, verse 17. It says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. This knowledge that we have received, being able to understand these scriptures, being able to know the prophecies, being able to break down, certain mysteries that a lot of other people can't understand. It's from above, man. You see, it comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And cometh down from the Father of lights, you see, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning, you see. So ultimately, like I said before, that should make you praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua even more for giving you this understanding, man, knowing that ultimately he's the one that put it on our minds and our spirits to be able to receive his knowledge, you see. So I'm going to actually get back to Matthew 13, right? And I'm going to read verse 15 again from the top. For this people's hearts is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and should understand with their hearts and should be converted, and I should heal them, right? Verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, right? For you hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there, man. You knowing what time and season that we're living in. You knowing that this place, America, is getting ready to go down. You knowing how the Lord is ultimately going to return and deliver his elect via the chariots that most people believe to be spaceships. All of these things are mysteries, man. So the people in this world, they don't know these things, right? But I'm going to read it again. But blessed are your eyes, right? For they see, and your ears for they hear, right? Being given the understanding of these scriptures, man. Being able to know these prophecies. You see, being able to know what time and season that we're in, knowing what's to come, what's about to happen. You see, that's all given us from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man, for receiving his knowledge, right? So I'm actually get into this precept that I have right here. This is Proverbs chapter 3. And I'm starting verse 13. It says, happy is the man, and we are happy. Because like I said before, even though we're going through a lot of things in these bodies, we're in this flesh, we're suffering, we're going through all type of different things. Hey, we still have wisdom, man. We have these scriptures to comfort us. We know what's to come. We know that this hell that we're in is not going to be forever, right? We know that this place is soon about to come to its end, right? This suffering, everything that we got to go through, dealing with all type of different, people and the elements and the spirits that vex us day in and day out. You see? This wisdom is more important than anything, man. You see, we're able to overcome all of the things that we go through in our lives via this wisdom that was given to us from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We're comforted through these scriptures, man. Right? That's why it tells you in Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You see, we have hope. We have, something that we're involved in that is special, man, that the people of the world can't understand because it's not given unto them to understand, you see. So I'm going to read verse 13 again. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, right? And the man that getteth understanding. And that's what we've been given, understanding, right? Verse 14, for the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold, man. So guess what? You can't put a price on this knowledge that we've been given by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You see, you can't measure it with money. You can't put any type of, possessions or materials upon this knowledge. Because, hey, you got a lot of people out here. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of riches, but they're not satisfied within their souls and their spirits, because they don't have this knowledge, man. You see, so you can have all of this money and all of these material things, but you don't have peace eternally, man, within yourself, you see, which only comes from having this knowledge of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You see, that's why I'm going to read it again. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold, right? Verse 15, she is more precious than rubies, right? And all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her, man, right? Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Right? Verse 17, her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. Right? Verse 18, it says, she is a tree to a life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. And that's what we ultimately want to pray and hope, Abaratazah, that the Lord continues to keep that spirit of wisdom upon us, to continue to sup with us, and to continue to give us this understanding, man, and to continue to build us up in the spirit. You see, that's what we ultimately pray and hope for the Lord to do. Because as I was saying earlier, many are called, but few are chosen. We know that we're called, but we pray and hope that we're chosen, man. Ultimately to be delivered out of this place, to escape the nuclear destruction and everything that's going to come upon America, you see. But still, it's very important that we have been given this knowledge, man, and that we have this understanding, right? And like I said, we should be thanking Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua more than ever, man. You see, constantly praising the Lord and giving him thanks for, revealing these mysteries unto us, man, right? Because like I was saying, man, we could be like every other Jake that is out here in the world, out of their mind, getting ready to be destroyed, not knowing what's about to come around the corner, not knowing what time of season we're in. We could be just like those people, man. But like I said before, the Lord, he pulled us out from among the 2/3 of our people, man. You see? And gave us this knowledge, man. You see, he brought us to life, So that's the more why we should praise him, man. You see, and why we should be thankful, man, for what we're involved in, right? So I'm going to actually grab this precept as well. This is Psalms chapter 106, verse 1. It says, praise ye the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, right? Because the Lord is good, for him to give us this understanding, knowing that really we don't deserve it, man. You see? For his mercy endure forever. And that's really what it is. The Lord having mercy upon us, that he gave us this understanding, man. Because like I said, he really didn't have to, but he did. So that's very, good within itself, right? So I'm going to read this one again. This is Psalms 107 in verse 1. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, right? You want to constantly give thanks to the Lord. Barak the Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushua, man. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever, right? And that's the mercy of the Lord that, like I said, we have been given this understanding, man. Because, the Lord didn't have to give it to us. You see, anybody else could have been given this understanding, man, right? But, yeah, I'm going to grab one more precept, you see. So bear with me. just, another precept on giving thanks to the Lord, man, because that's what it's all about, reverencing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, constantly giving him the praise that he's worthy of, you see. This is right. This is Psalms chapter 30. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, to the end that my glory may sing praise to thee and not be silent. O Yahweh, my power, I give thanks unto thee forever, man. You see, and this was King David praying, but also we know that ourselves, we should constantly give praise to the Lord. Every day that we wake up and the Lord is still dealing with us, he still has his spirit upon us to do this work for us brothers out there that are laboring. We should constantly be thankful, man, constantly giving praise unto the Lord, man. You see? But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say with today's video. You see, Abarat Zion, pray and be edifying. Just something quick through the spirit, man. I'm just being grateful for this understanding that we've been given. You see? But to the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.